RC Robbin. Thank you for joining me. Please like and subscribe. You're in for a treat. It's time for some baseball on MLB The Show 20, created franchise known as the Bronx Knights. As you can see from the league standings, the Knights are 7 games over 500, record of 20-13. It's in the middle of May. They're half a game out of first place behind the Seattle Mariners in the American League West. And let's get this next game in the schedule on. So it's a 4-game set, as you can see, 4-game set at Detroit against the Tigers. So first of a 4-game set, organization games, play game, okay, play full game. We are the away team playing at Comerica Park. Broadcast the show theme, starting pitcher. Okay, and let's see. Now let's try to let's go with, can we give a day off? Let's go third baseman Gio Urshella. Matt Saps, Anthony Millo. And let's go, you know what? Let's do it. So, the name of the channel is Shenanigans ttRPG. We do play Dungeons and Dragons, usually on Monday nights, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. An ongoing campaign of friends that play it, on Zoom that's transferred straight to YouTube. But right now, it's time for some video game baseball. Thank you for joining me. I'm a Yankees fan growing up, but it's time to be unique. The Bronx Knights visit the Detroit Tigers at Comerica Park for some Major League Baseball. Okay. Pitching on the mound for the Detroit Tigers is Ferguson Jenkins. Fergie Jenkins has started 7 times. This is his 8th start. He's 3-2 with a 2.70 earned run average. And leading off for the Bronx Knights is Max Lukelich. He's hitting .341 with no homers and 4 runs batted in on the season. And he checks his swing. It's a fastball inside for ball 1. The Tigers are 6 games under 500. Good for 3rd place in the American League Central. Really quickly, I just want to show you guys options, gameplay. Hitting difficulty is on All-Star. Pitching difficulty also on All-Star. That's the difficulty level that I'm playing it at. So far, so good. If I find that I'm winning like 15-20 to nothing, then I'll boost it up another notch. But for now, All-Star is where I'm leaving it. Okay. So 1-0 count. And the 2-seamer is just off the plate inside. Count is 2 balls, no strikes. Ferguson Jenkins is, I know he's an all-star pitcher from the 60s, but I don't really know if he was a Hall of Famer. Sorry, I'm not aware. And he hits it deep but foul. 47 degrees. It is a chilly May afternoon here in Detroit. And the count is 2 balls, 1 strike. He checks the swing. 2-seamers outside. Count is 3 balls, 1 strike. Hitter's count. I hate daytime games. I find it. And he hits a line drive, and it falls for a base hit. He makes a big turn, but they hold him at first for a single. I hate day games because I find it harder to pick up the ball on day games. And Max Lukelich, small frame, he's 12 years old in real life. Slaps it into the center field for a base hit. Next up is Don Mattingly. He's hitting .307 with 7 homers and 31 runs batted in. He used to play for the New York Yankees back in the 80s and 90s. And he swings and misses at the high fastball, 95 on the radar gun. Count is 0-1. And the curveball just off the plate. Count evens at 1-1. It's real close with that second pitch. Fastball right down the middle, strike 2. Mike Fillmore is the umpire, probably a fictional person. I don't really care so long as he calls the balls and strikes properly. He checks the swing, or does he? They check down the third base umpire. He says no swing. Count evens at 2-2. Outside, count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Chris Ramos, the second baseman, is on deck. Will he be going on the full count? I have no idea. And it's a hard ground ball to the shortstop, over to second for 1, back to first, double play, and that quickly there are 2 outs in the top of the first. Starting lineup for the Knights: Max Lukulich batting first, hitting in left field. Don Mattingly is at first. Chris Ramos is in second. Mike O'Rourke is playing center field. Jacob Salazar is the shortstop. Benny LoCicero in right. Matt Saps is the designated hitter. Anthony Millo is the catcher, and Gio Urshella is hitting ninth and playing third base. First pitch to Chris Ramos, who's hitting .371 with 13 homers and 31 runs batted in, is ball 1, low. And he swings and misses the forkball way out in front. Count evens at 1-1. Line drive past the reaching shortstop and into left field for a base hit. And with 2 outs, Ramos is at first. And that just extended his hitting streak to 10 games. 10 games is where you start paying attention to things like that. Next up is Michael O'Rourke, hitting .347 with 7 homers and 25 runs batted in. He takes a strike on the outside corner. Michael O'Rourke had an 18-game hitting streak that was just broken in yesterday's game. Oh, his slider way inside, almost hits him, but he breaks his wrists and swings for strike 2. Quickly, it's 0-2. And he checks it. Curveball is inside, ball 1. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitch is just low. Count evens at 2-2. And he hits a high, deep drive, but at the warning track, the right fielder makes the catch for the final out of the first for the Bronx Knights. So, half an inning in the books. The Bronx Knights, nothing. Detroit coming to bat. So, pitching for the Bronx Knights is Brendan Pizarski, making his 7th start. He's 3-0 with a 3.24 earned run average. He's pitched well so far this season. It is the year 2024 in this fictional created franchise. And leading off for the Detroit Tigers is Juan Pierre. Juan Pierre's hitting .264 with no homers and 8 runs batted. And Juan Pierre, I believe, played for the Florida Marlins back in the 90s. And the fastball is low for ball 1. Bronx Knights are 20-13, and that's good for second place in the American League West. And here comes the pitch. And he hits a line drive that hangs up there just enough for the center fielder O'Rourke to race in and make the catch for the first out of the inning. Starting lineup for the Detroit Tigers: Juan Pierre playing in center, Barry Larkin shortstop, Stan Musial left field, Todd Helton in first base, Alex Verdugo is the right fielder, Renato Nunez is the designated hitter, Christian Vasquez is the catcher, Tristan whoever, well, anyway. Barry Larkin's hitting .282 with 2 homers and 12 RBIs. Barry Larkin is a Hall of Famer. I think he played for the Cincinnati Reds in his prime. Nope. And the fastball is low, 94 on the radar gun. He is working on a 12-game hitting streak. And the changeup floats in there for a strike. Count evens at 1-1. I remember what Barry Larkin looked like, and they did not do a very good job of rendering him. That's not what Barry Larkin looked like. And he hits a high, deep drive, heading for the gap. 1 bounce, to the wall. O'Rourke makes the throw back in. He strolls into second with a 1-out double. Here's the replay. He got all of it the other way. Hit it to the warning track, 1 bounce off the wall. Next up, Stan Musial, hitting .288 with 5 homers and 17 runs batted in. Stan Musial is a Hall of Fame player, I think in the 1950s for the St. Louis Cardinals, maybe. And, his pass ball. Throw to third, not in time. And the runner advances on the pass ball. There's a runner at third with less than 2 outs from Musial. Strike, high strike, 96 on the gun. Count is 1-1. He needs a strikeout, pop up. See if he can get it. And he got the pop up in foul territory. And Gio Urshella races over and makes the catch. And the run does not score. There are 2 outs. Nice pitch by Brendan. Todd Helton of the Colorado Rockies, playing now for the Detroit Tigers. If he's not a Hall of Famer, he is a borderline. And he hits a deep drive to center, but O'Rourke is there to make the catch for the final out of the inning. And at the end of 1 complete, there is no score. Leading off for the Knights, Jacob Salazar hitting the .344 on the season. And the pitch from Ferguson Jenkins is low. Ball 1. And he fouls off the high fastball. Count evens at 1-1. And he fouls off the slider. Count goes 1-2. And he skies it to center. Long run for Pierre, who races in and makes the catch for the first out of the inning. Defense, 4 of the Detroit Tigers from left to right in the outfield. Stan Musial, Pierre, and Verdugo in right. And in the infield, Casas at third, Barry Larkin at short, Jonathan Villar, Todd Helton, and Christian Vasquez behind the plate. Benny LoCicero steps up to the plate. He's hitting .274 with 6 homers and 34 runs batted in. He takes the first pitch high for ball 1. 34 RBIs, leads the Bronx Knights. High on the ball club. And the breaking ball floats outside for ball 2. 2-0. And he hits a line drive down the right field line, but foul. Count is 2-1. And he's a little late on the 2-seamer. Count evens at 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch is outside. Count goes full. Matt Saps is on deck. And he hits a line drive foul. Count remains full. And here's the payoff pitch. Outside, ball 4, he walks the leadoff man. So top of the second, we have a runner at first with Matthew Saps, the designated hitter, hitting .256. 4 homers, 13 RBIs, but he's 8 for his last 16. He is smoking hot. See if he can continue it. Quick throw over there. LoCicero is back. And he fouls off the fastball for strike 1. As you can see, Matt Saps has been really hot lately swinging the bat. And he fouls off the slider for strike 2. And he breaks his wrists out in front of the breaking ball. It's called strike 3. Checks his swing. But Anthony Millo, the catcher, steps up. He's hitting .196 with a homer and 14 runs batted in. He's been struggling this season so far. And he checks his swing. It's inside for ball 1. There are 2 outs. Runner at first. Runner is LoCicero at first. Millo at the plate. And he's way out in front of the forkball. Count evens at 1-1. And the pitch is high. 2-1. LoCicero at first. And it's in the dirt. Throw to second. Not in time. He advances on the wild pitch. So with 2 outs, there is now a runner in scoring position. The count is even at 2-2. And the pitch is low. Count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the second. And he fouls off the curveball. Count remains 3-2. And he hits it high and deep. It's headed for the gap. Will he make the catch? Yes, he will. Running catch. Nice play by Stan Musial in left field. And the side is retired. So after an inning and a half of play, still no score. Okay. Leading off for the Tigers, Alex Verdugo, the right fielder today. He's hitting .238 with 4 homers and 11 runs batted in. Lefty on lefty. And he hits it high and deep. That could go. It is gone. Solo home run for Verdugo, his 5th of the season. And the Tigers take a quick 1-0 lead. I wouldn't say quick, an early 1-0 lead. Let's see the replay. And 330 down the left field line. Check that the right field line. So next up is Renato Nunez hitting .357 with 3 homers and 9 runs batted in. Here's the pitch. Strike 1. Changeup is in there for strike 2. Nunez has 8 runs batted in his last 5 games. And he jams him a little bit. Fly ball to right field. LoCicero makes the play for the first out of the second. Defense for the Bronx Knights from left to right in the outfield. It's Lukelich, O'Rourke, and LoCicero. And in the infield, the backup Urshella is at third. Salazar is at short. Ramos at second. Mattingly at first with Anthony Millo behind the plate. So, stepping in there for the Tigers, Christian Vasquez hitting .194, no homers, 3 runs batted in this season. And he jams him. Lazy fly ball to right field. Again, LoCicero is there. He makes the catch, and there's 2 outs. Tristan Casas, merely batting .173 on the season. He hasn't been doing so well for himself. I'm sure he's hoping to turn it around. And the changeup's in there for strike 1. The slider's outside. Count evens at 1 ball, 1 strike. And the fastball is high, 94 on the radar gun. Count falls to 2-1. And he fouls off the slider. Count evens 2-2. And he checks his swing. No, he doesn't. Ball's in the dirt. Throws down, strike him out, throw down to first base for the final out. And it's a quick inning, but Detroit gets on the board. At the end of 2 innings of play, they're winning 1-0. So, top of the third. Gio Urshella playing in place of the Matt Termini at third base. He is hitting .333 on the season. He doesn't have any homers or RBIs. Part-time player. And the pitch is just off the plate, ball 1. And it's just in the corner. 94 on the gun. Line drive, foul. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. And he flares it out to the outfield for a base hit. Drops in front of Pierre in center. And the leadoff man is on. Urshella is at first base.
The batter, number 39.
10-game hitting streak. 10-game hitting streak goes back to last season. Sporadic gameplay. Every time he comes in, he gets a hit. So, anyway, the lineup turns over. Max Lukulich, who had a single in the first, is back up at the plate. And the pitch is low, and it gets away from the catcher. And the runner advances into scoring position with nobody out here in the third. Wild pitch. Not the catcher's fault. So, 1-0 count on Lukulich. And he lines it foul. Lukulich had 3 hits in yesterday's game against the Yankees. And the fastball, the 2-seamer is high. Count is 2 balls and 1 strike. And he hits a lazy fly ball to Pierre in center, who makes the catch. And he's tagging up. That might be a bad decision, but he makes it. Takes the chance and makes it. Now we have Gio Urshella at third base with less than 2 outs. It was a gamble. Don Mattingly grounded out in the first. He has the tying run 90 feet away. He checked it, but it's low, ball 1. Mattingly has 9 runs batted in his last 8 games. And he hits a flare out to the outfield. It's an RBI single for Don Mattingly. And the game is tied. Nice piece of hitting. Just served it up into left field the other way. Don Mattingly won a batting title in 1984 in the American League, and that's probably how he did it. Well, Chris Ramos, who singled in the first, is up. And he takes ball 1. Chris Ramos is a switch hitter, batting from the left side against the righty Ferguson Jenkins. He's out in front of the forkball. Strike 1. Count is even at 1-1. And he jams him, but it might just drop in for a base hit, and it does. And the runner makes it all the way to third base. Nice base running by Mattingly. And on the soft hit that just dunks into the outfield, we have runners at first and third with only 1 out. Just dunks in there. A lot of real estate out there in America Park. So, with runners at first and third and 1 out, we have Michael O'Rourke, who's 0 for 1 today, steps up. And he swings and misses at the slow forkball. It's strike 1. Big opportunity here. Take the lead. And it's just low. Count evens at 1 ball, 1 strike. And he hits it high and deep. And this looks like it might be a good tag-up situation. Musial gets it back in, but not in time. It is a sac fly and an RBI for O'Rourke. And the Bronx Knights take an early 2-0 lead. Jacob Salazar flew out in the second inning. He's 0 for 1. He steps up with 2 outs and a runner at first. And he thought about swinging, but held up, and it's ball 1. And he's out in front of the breaking ball. Count evens 1 ball, 1 strike. Swings over the top of the breaking ball. Count is 1-2. And he doesn't get around on it fast enough. It's in the seats. Count remains 1-2. Swings over the top of the forkball for strike 3, and the side is retired. But not before the Bronx Knights take the lead. 2.5 innings complete. Bronx Knights lead 2-1. Leading off for the Tigers, Johnny Villar, hitting .254.
The second baseman.
Here comes the pitch. And he grounds it foul. Villar has 3 triples so far this season. Does have a lot of speed. And he hits a fly ball to straightaway center. O'Rourke is there, makes the catch for the first out in the third. Standings in the American League West, as you can see, the Bronx Knights are a game behind Seattle for the division lead. Although I don't know if I agree with the math there, but whatever. Juan Pierre, the lineup turns over. He lined out in the first. He's 0 for 1. Steps up against Pizarski, who pitches. And he pours a strike in there. Strike 1. Swing and a miss out in front of the changeup. Quickly, he's down 0-2. Swing and a miss. Chases the slider out of the strike zone. It's Pizarski's second strikeout of the game.
Now batting, shortstop.
There's a replay.
Larkin.
Barry Larkin, Hall of Fame shortstop, steps up. He hit a double in the first. And he makes a bid for another double. Hits it high and deep to the warning track. LoCicero makes the catch for the final out of the third. And after 3 innings of play, the Bronx Knights lead 2-1. Leading off for the Knights is Benny LoCicero, the right fielder. He does not have an official at bat in this game. He walked in the second inning.
Number 38.
And he fouls off the high fastball for strike 1. He checked his swing, count evens at 1-1. Way out in front of the breaking ball. Count quickly falls to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fastball is high. Count evens 2-2. And he catches him on the corner. Struck out looking. First out.
Now batting, number 31.
Okay, so this is the Road to Show report. Minor leagues in the Detroit Tiger system. Honestly, I could care less. So, anyway, Matt Saps struck out in the second. He steps up against Ferguson Jenkins. Checks his swing. It's inside, ball 1. I don't know what that graphic is about. Who cares?
Oh, that's low.
Pitch is low. Count is 2-0. Fouls off the high fastball. Count goes 2 balls, 1 strike on Fergie Jenkins. Inside,
Inside, ball 3.
3 balls, 1 strike on Saps. And he skies it to the warning track and right. He makes the catch for the second out of the 4th. Only as hot as today's starting pitcher. Anthony Millo, 0 for 1, steps up to the plate. 2 outs in the 4th. First pitch is low, ball 1. Okay, I don't know what that graphic is about because Anthony Millo, with 14 runs batted in, is not first on the Knights. And he hits a line drive, but it curves foul. Count even at 1-1. Fouls off the high inside fastball. 1-2. In the dirt, count evens 2-2. And hits a hard ground ball to the shortstop, Barry Larkin, who fires across the diamond for the final out of the 4th for the Bronx Knights. 3.5 complete. They still lead 2-1. Stan Musial steps up. He's 0 for 1 here in the bottom of the 4th inning against Pizarski, who has a 1-run lead. Strike 1. And the changeup floats in there for strike 2. Oh, and he hits it high and deep, and we have ourselves a tie ball game. Stan Musial deposits it in the left field bleachers for his 6th home run of the season. Score is 2 apiece. It's a tough lineup. Next up for the Tigers, Todd Helton. He's 0 for 1. And it's a high strike. And he fouls off the 2-seam fastball. Count 0-2. He has 10 homers. According to the stat, 10 homers is enough for the team lead for the Tigers. He pulls the foul. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes. And he just flares it the other way, down the left field line, into the corner. Strong throw to second, but not in time. Todd Helton has a double. Here's the show motion. As you can see that he's late on it, but he powers it down the left field line for a double. So we have a runner at second in scoring position with nobody out. Alex Verdugo hit a solo homer in the 2nd inning. He steps up again there for the 2nd time. And the slider's in there for strike 1. And he hits a ground ball, base hit up the middle for, oh my goodness. Looked like he was going to score the run, but the runner stops at 3rd base. So it's 1st and 3rd with nobody out. O'Rourke came up throwing. So, Renato Nunez is up. He's 0 for 1, but he has runners at first and third with nobody out here in the bottom of the fourth. And the fastball is fouled off for strike one. Nunez has the go-ahead run 90 feet away at third base. Fastball's just inside. Nunez is 10 for his last 21. He's scalding hot. 476 average. And he hits a line drive base hit. It's an RBI single. And the Tigers take a 3-2 lead. Nice hitting. His hot streak continues. So, Christian Vasquez, he's 0 for 1, flied out in the second. He's in a good spot. He's got runner at first and second, still with nobody out here in the fourth. And he hits a base hit to right field. Well, Rourke comes up throwing. The throw to the plate is not in time, and the Tigers take a 2-run lead. Still with nobody out here in the fourth. They're batting.
Third baseman,
Hits it the other way, down the left field line. Drops it in there. Okay, so Tristan Casas struck out in the second. He's 0 for 1. It's time for the manager to get somebody up in the bullpen. Since it's early in the game, we'll warm up Bumgardner and we'll warm up Holder. Let's see. Runner at third. First and third, nobody out. And he swings and chases the slider for strike one. So far, Casas has not done well with runners in scoring position, as you can see. Swings and misses the slider. Strike two. He does need to strike out in this situation. Pulls it hard to the shortstop. Second for one, back to first, double play. They exchange the double play for the run. Detroit leads by 3, 5-2. No RBI awarded. But Jonathan VR is up with no one on the base. Strike one.
0-1's the count. Ball one.
Ball one high.
1-1.
Count is 1-1. And he hits a hard line drive to center. But O'Rourke is there for the final out of the fourth. But not before the Tigers score 4 runs. And at the end of 4 innings of play, Detroit leads 5-2. Urshella is up, but let me go to the bullpen real quick. Manager, bullpen, left, right, left. All right, I'll start out with, I'll let them warm up, but I'll start out with Pizarski. So anyway, Urshella is 1 for 1. And he slaps a base hit on the first pitch to right field. The leadoff man is on against the Tigers here in the top of the 5th. Nice piece of hitting. Slapped it. Leg kick. Strong swing, two-handed swing. So, Max Lukelich had a single in the first. And he hits a soft fly ball. Will it drop in? Oh, he let it drop in. My goodness. I cannot believe that Stan Musial let that fall for a base hit. He did not make that catch. See the replay. He should have made that catch. What a terrible play. Well, anyway, first and second, nobody out. Don Mattingly's up. He's got an RBI single. He checks his swing, but it's in there for a strike. Out in front of the breaking ball. 0-2. Mattingly is hitting .395 with runners in scoring position. And it is outside and low. Ball 1. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Did he check it?
What do you got?
Yes, he did. Count is even. 2-2. First and second, nobody out. Pitch is outside. Count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. On deck is Chris Ramos, second baseman. So, payoff pitch. Will the runners be in motion? I don't think so. And he pulls it. Oh, the second baseman stops it, picks it up, fields, fires, and it is not in time. The bases are loaded. It's an infield hit for Don Mattingly. Pitching coach comes out to have a little discussion with Fergie Jenkins. They have a 3-run lead. The tying run is at first base with nobody out for the Bronx Knights. So, bases loaded. Chris Ramos is 2 for 2. And he takes it strike on the outside corner. Inside, 1-1. As you can see, Chris Ramos has done really well with runners in scoring position this season. Oh, and it's a hard ground ball. It's a second for 1, back to first, double play. So it's 5-3. They cut into the lead. But they exchange a double play for a run scored. No RBI awarded on the play. I'm sure they're happy to take the 2 outs. Grounded the other way, but right at the third baseman. He throws over a second for 1, and then first for the double play. Well, with the runner at third base, Michael O'Rourke is up. He has a sac fly in the game. He needs a hit to get that run in. And he fouls off the fastball for strike 1. He's out in front of the breaking ball. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. And he fouls off the slider. Count remains 0-2. Lukalic is at third with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. And he freezes him with the breaking ball in the outside corner. He does not agree with the call, but it doesn't really matter because the inning is over. 4.5 innings of play. Detroit leads by 2. It's 5-3. Juan Pierre leads off for the Tigers. Pizarski's still out there in the bottom of the 5th. And he tries to bunt his way on. He fields it, steps on first. Oh, just by half a step. Nice play. Pierre thought he had it.
Not shortstop.
Barry Larkin is up next. He's 1 for 2. He had a double in the first inning. Steps in against Pizarski. Strike 1. 96 on the radar gun.
0-1's the count.
Way out in front of the changeup. Strike 2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. There are 2 outs in the inning.
Now batting, left fielder,
Stan Musial, who has a home run in this game, a solo homer in the 4th. He's 1 for 2. Oh, and he makes a bid for a second one. It is high and deep down the line, but just curves foul. A long strike here in the bottom of the 5th. And he hits it the other way into the stands. Strike 2. Swing and a miss at the high slider. And the side is retired. 5 innings complete. Bronx Knights trailed by 2. You see something. Manager, bullpen. Lefty, lefty, righty. Let's bring Madison Bumgarner in there. Holder can sit down for right now. Madison Bumgarner, scheduled to put him in the game. Jacob Salazar is up. He's 0 for 2. And he swings and misses at the breaking ball. So, we've got 2 pitchers warming up in the Tigers bullpen, both right-handers. And it's a line drive headed for the gap. It's a base hit. It will roll all the way to the wall. He makes a sharp turn. Oh, he's going for 3. He's looking for a triple. The throw to third is not in time. It's a triple for Jacob Salazar, his first of the season. And they have a runner at third base with nobody out. Let's watch it. And here's a slide at third. Feet first. In time. And that'll be all for Fergie. Pitching coach for the Tigers makes the call. Nick Pivetta makes his 15th appearance out of the bullpen. His record is 1-0 with a 5.96 earned run average. Benny LoCicero steps up to plate. He's 0 for 1 officially. He does have a walk in the second inning. And he hits it high and deep. It's headed for the gap. And it is one bounce and over the wall for a ground rule double. It's an RBI double for LoCicero, his 7th of the season. And it's a 1-run ball game, 5-4. Next up, Matt Saps, runner in scoring position. Still nobody out here in the top of the 6th. And he swings and misses at the slider. Count is 0-1. And he hits a hard ground ball to the second baseman, VR. Throws to first for the first out. Moves the runner over to third base. So we have a runner at third with less than 2 outs. The tying run is 90 feet away. Next up, Anthony Millo. He had a fly out. He had a ground out. He's 0 for 2 in the game. But he has a chance to tie the ball game. Oh, and it's a wild pitch. And the run comes home and the game is tied. My goodness. Wild pitch. Here it is. It's in the dirt. Bounces off the forearm of the catcher. And he just basically walks home. So, ball 1. And he swings and misses at the knuckle curve. Count evens at 1 ball, 1 strike. And he hits it the other way. And the outfielder makes the catch for the second out of the 6th.
Now batter, the third baseman.
Probably would have been deep enough for a sac fly, but didn't matter. So Gio Urshella, the season is 4 for 8. It's 2 for 2 today. And the pitch is low, ball 1. He has a 9-game hitting streak going back to last season. And he hits it down the line, but foul. Curving foul. Count is even at 1 ball, 1 strike. Inside, knuckle curve is ball 2, 2-1. So it's a brand new ball game, 5-5. Pitch is low, 96 on the gun. Max Luklich is on deck. Count is 3 balls and 1 strike. 2 outs in the 6th. And he catches the inside corner. Count goes full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. And he flares it out the other way to right field, a base hit. And Urshella has his 3rd hit of the ball game. He has been productive.
Number 39.
When he's been given the opportunity, he's made the most of it. So, leadoff man is up again. Max has 2 singles, he's 2 for 3. And the first pitch is outside for ball 1. Ball 2. Max has 7 steals on the base paths so far this season. And he slaps it to center, but right there is Juan Pierre who makes the catch. The final out at the top of the 6th. But they tie the game. Brand new game, 5.5 innings complete. The game is tied at 5. Do I want to change pitchers? Yes, I do. So it'll be a no decision for Brendan Pizarski. Madison Bumgarner comes in. It's his 8th appearance. He's 1-1 with a 4.26 earned run average. And stepping up for the Tigers, Todd Helton, who's 1 for 2.
The first baseman, Todd Helton.
And he pours it in there for a strike. And he swings and fouls the cutter off. It's quickly 0-2. And he grounds it weakly to Ramos, who field spires and has him at first for the first out of the bottom of the 6th.
The right fielder, number 99,
Alex Verdugo is 2 for 2 today. He's got a homer and a single. That was against Pizarski. Now he's got to deal with Madison Bumgarner. And he fouls off the cut fastball for strike 1. He has a modest 4-game hitting streak. Swing and a miss at the curveball for strike 2. And he grounds it, but it's foul. Count remains 0-2. Fouls off the fastball for Verdugo. And he hits it off the end of the bat. The left field, I'm sorry, check that. The right fielder, LoCicero, makes the catch for the second out.
Now batting, the designated hitter.
Designated hitter Renato Nunez has an RBI single and a run scored. He's 1 for 2. And the cutter's in there for strike 1. And he fouls off the fastball. Very quickly, there are 2 strikes. And he just gets a piece of the changeup to stay alive. Count remains 0-2. Madison Bumgarner was a starter, but this is the season 2024. Fouls it back to the screen. Count remains 0-2. By 2024, Bumgarner is no longer a starter. Now he's a reliever. I mean, I could throw him in the starting rotation in case of an injury, but... And it's a line drive that it's going to fall and go all the way to the wall. There's a lot of real estate out there that O'Rourke has to cover. But luckily, Renato Nunez stops at second with a stand-up double, his 5th of the season. Let's see the replay. If he had any speed at all, he would have made it to third base without an issue. So, the go-ahead run is at second base. Oh, put on the brakes. Christian Vasquez has an RBI single. He's 1 for 2. Steps in there with the chance to put the Tigers out in front. Fastball is low for strike 1. I'm sorry, fastball is low for ball 1. And he lifts a lazy fly ball to left field. Luklich is there. He makes the catch for the final out of the 6th. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. And after 5.5 innings of play, the score is tied at 5.
Your attention, please.
Taking over is Kerry Chavez, making his 16th appearance. His record is 2-0 with a 6.75 earned run average. Don Mattingly steps up. Donnie is 2 for 3 with 2 singles and an RBI. Let's go to the manager's office. See the bullpen. All right, so lefty, switch hitter, and lefty. I think I want to keep Madison Bumgarner in there for one more inning. So I'm not even getting anybody up going. So, top of the 7th. Here we go. And the first pitch is outside, ball 1. Kerry Chavez. And he swings over the top of the fastball. Count evens at 1 ball, 1 strike. And he hits it high and deep, but playable. The right fielder, just at the warning track, makes the catch for the first out of the 7th.
Now batting, the second baseman.
Chris Ramos is up. He's 2 for 3 with 2 singles. And the pitch is outside, ball 1. And he hits a hard line drive. The first baseman makes the catch. Helton catches it in the air for the second out. Hard smash, but right at him. Michael Rourke is 0 for 2, but he does have a sac fly and an RBI. And he fouls the fastball back for strike 1. He checks the swing. It's in the dirt. Count is even at 1 ball, 1 strike. And he hits it high and deep. It is Gonzo. And that breaks the tie. Oh my goodness. O'Rourke hits his 8th home run, a solo shot at 6-5. And he's doing somersaults and cartwheels on the base paths. He is ridiculous. Oh, I can't believe that third base coach Barney was willing to go along with this charade. But it does. Oh my God. Listen, the next time he gets up, I wouldn't be surprised if they hit him. I really would. Here's the replay. Oh, it's basically a line drive that just makes it over the fence. But it's clutch. So, 6-5 lead, 2 outs in the 7th. Jacob Salazar is up. And he pops it up in the infield. VR is there. He makes the catch for the final out of the 7th. But not before Michael O'Rourke gives the Bronx Knights a 1-run lead. Get up and stretch. It's 17-inning stretch time. Bronx Knights lead 6-5. So, bottom of the 7th, Tristan Casas is 0 for 2. Steps up against Madison Bumgarner, making his 2nd inning of relief. And the cutter is in there for strike 1. And he fouls it off down the line. Strike 2. Count is 0-2. And he just gets a piece of the cut fastball. Stay alive. Swing and a miss. It's in the dirt. Strike him out, throw him out by Millo. For the first out of the 7th.
Now back.
He's 0 for 3.
Jonathan VR.
Nice play by Anthony Millo behind the plate. So, Jonathan VR, he's flied out, he's lined out, he's 0 for 2. Steps in there as a switch hitter, batting from the right side against the lefty. And he misses the fastball for strike 1. So now that manager bullpen, let's get Dellin Betances stretching and tossing. Because he's going to come in the 8th if everything goes okay. And he hits a line drive. Will he catch it? Yes, he will. Nice running play by Benny LoCicero in right field
The center fielder.
for the second out. So Juan Pierre is 0 for 3 today. Steps up with 2 outs in the 7th. And he pops him up on the infield. Gio Urshella is there. He makes the catch. 1-2-3 inning for Bumgarner. He's done his job. And the Bronx Knights hold the 1-run lead. Benny LoCicero is up. He has an RBI double and a run scored. He's 1 for 2. Manager, bullpen, Dellin Betances. Warm him up. Dellin Betances scheduled to put him in the game, so he's going to pitch the 8th. Okay, 6-5 lead. And the pitch is high for ball 1. Attendance 21,396 here at Comerica Park. That is a low attendance. Pitch is low. Count is 2-0 on the leadoff man here in the 8th. Outside, ball 3. Does he have the green light? No, he doesn't. I'm not swinging. Let him take a strike. Inside, ball 4, and they walk the leadoff man in the 8th. That would be an important insurance run. You can't walk the leadoff man when you're down by 1 run. Also, LoCicero has speed. Saps is 0 for 3 today after having 4 RBIs in his last game. And he swings and misses at the high fastball. Went upstairs and out of the strike zone to chase after it. And just foul. Count evens at 1-1. If you've just joined me, this is Bronx Knights Baseball. I am RC Robbin. Thank you for showing up. Please like and subscribe. It's a 6-5 ball game. And the pitch is outside. Count goes 1 ball, 2 strikes on Matthew Saps. There are no outs in the 8th. Runner at first. In Comerica Park. And he fouls off the fastball. Count remains 1-2. Did he check it? Yes, he did. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Matt Saps is the designated hitter today. Oh, and he called him a strike. He struck him out looking. So, starter comparison. As you can see, neither starter really pitched all that well. Neither starter is the pitcher of record. So, Anthony Millo, the catcher, who's 0 for 3 today, steps up at the plate. 1 out in the top of the 8th. And the throw over there just to keep him close. LoCicero is back in first. Oh, swings over the top of the slider for strike 1. Good speed at first base in LoCicero. Not a prototypical. Out in front of the slider. Quickly he's down. Oh, no balls and 2 strikes. Not a prototypical base stealer over at first. He checked it. Oh, it's wild pitch. And he advances to second. He's now in scoring position with 1 out in the 8th. Wild pitch from Chavez. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. And he swings and misses. Strike 3. And there are 2 outs. Millo is 0 for 4. Here's the replay.
First base, Gio Urshella.
So batting 9th is Gio Urshella, who's taking over third base duties for Matt Termini today, but he's 3 for 3. He is. And the slider is high for ball 1. Part-time player, but he certainly is making the most of it. Ooh, wow, look at that. That was a ball. Could have been called a strike. And he hits it up the middle. Oh, and he makes the turn. He's throwing home. He comes home, and it's a 2-run ball game. It's an infield single and a run batted in for Gio Urshella, who gets his 4th hit of the contest. He was going all the way. LoCicero scores. And it's 7-5 Bronx Knights. So, Max Lukelich is 2 for 4 today. The right left fielder. He checks his swing, pitches low for ball 1. Max is 12 years old in real life. That's why he's so thin and small. And he grounds it weakly to Todd Helton, who takes it himself, and oh, he gets there just in time. I thought Lukelich might beat it out, but he did not. And the side is retired. 7.5 innings complete. The Bronx Knights lead 7-5. Do you want to still change pitchers with a 2-run lead? Yes, I do. Pitching the 8th is Dylan Betances, the setup man. In 14 games, he has an 0-2 record, but his ERA is 2.45. In 14 2/3 innings, he has 20 strikeouts. So, Barry Larkin leads off. He's 1 for 3 today. Barry Larkin is a Hall of Fame shortstop. Going to the manager's office, bullpen. John Smoltz, the closer, is going to warm up. John Smoltz. I'm going to put John Smoltz in the game to pitch the 9th. And he fouls off the fastball. 98 on the radar gun. Throwing heat. Let's do the knuckle curve. Knuckle curve floats in there on the outside corner. Very quickly, the count is 0-2.
Ball 1.
Just outside.
The count is 1-2.
Looks like the bricks in the background are sparkling. It's kind of funny. Fastball's just inside. Count evens at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss on the 2-seamer. And it's first out of the inning. He wants to know if it's a strike, and it was. Just a lot of heat. Next up is Stan Musial, Hall of Famer. He had a solo homer here in the 4th inning. He's 1 for 3. And he swings at the high fastball, 99 on the radar gun. Fouls it back for strike 1. Knuckle curve floats in there just off the plate. Count evens at 1-1. He checks his swing, calls it inside. Count is 2-1. Fouls it back to the screen. Count evens at 2-2. It's funny how the old-time players never used to wear batting gloves. I think it's interesting. And it's a line drive to center field, base hit, and the tying run will come to the plate. 1 out in the 8th. Stan Musial is at first. Nice piece of hitting. He has his 2nd hit of the game. So next up, Todd Helton. He had a double and a run scored. He's 1 for 3 today. And the fastball, triple digits, is inside for ball 1. And he grounds it, but it's foul. Count is 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a miss in the fastball, strike 2. And he pops it up in the infield. Urshella comes in and makes the catch for the 2nd out of the inning. So with Alex Verdugo up, who's hit a homer and a single, is 2 for 3, I am going to go to the bullpen early. Going for the closer.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention.
John Smoltz comes in for a 4-out save.
John.
He's pitched in 10 games this season. He's saved 4 out of 5 save opportunities. He's 1-0 with a 2.61 earned run average. He has 18 strikeouts in just over 10 innings pitched. Here we go. 4-out save. And he flares it out, swings the first pitch. O'Rourke is there. He makes the catch. And 1 pitch, and the 8th inning is over. So, 8 innings complete. It's a 7-5 ball game. Leading off for the Bronx Knights against Roel Ramirez is Don Mattingly. Ramirez has pitched in 9 games. His record is 0-1 with a 2.89 earned run average. Would like to keep the game in 2-run lead. They don't need any more insurance runs. Mattingly is 2 for 4 with a single and an RBI run scored.
Mattingly.
And he hits a line drive, which is right there. He barely has to move. Stan Musial makes the catch for the first out of the inning.
Now batting, the second baseman.
Next up is Don Mattingly. No, check that. Don Mattingly. He just made the out. The second baseman, Chris Ramos, is up next, the switch hitter. He's 2 for 4 with 2 singles. Tigers bullpen is busy. We've got two right-handers in the Tigers bullpen warming up. And the pitch is outside for ball 1. Roel Ramirez. Probably a fictional ball player. Created player by the computer. The season is the year 2024. By then. And the cut fastball finds the strike zone. Lou Trevino and Wyatt Devia are the 2 right-handers in the Tiger bullpen. Anyway, by the time the season is in 2024, there are some created ball players. It's a line drive. One bounce to Larkin at short. He throws over to first. Helton makes the catch for the second out of the inning. Barry Larkin.
The center fielder.
Michael O'Rourke is 1 for 3. He had a sac fly today and an RBI. Steps up to the plate. He's the center fielder. And he hits a flare to short left field. Musial makes the catch. Here we are, last licks for the Detroit Tigers. They need 2 to tie and 3 to win. They'll have to do it against John Smoltz. So, Renato Nunez, single, a double, a run scored, RBI, he's 2 for 3. Steps up against John Smoltz, the Hall of Famer. And he takes strike 199 on the radar gun. And the curveball is outside. Count evens at 1 ball, 1 strike. And there's a hard ground ball. Salazar at short. He throws from the hole. Gets him at first. There's 1 out. So this is the first game of a 4-game set against the Detroit Tigers at Comerica Park. It is early May in the year 2024. And the Bronx Knights are about a game out of first place. Fighting. And the first pitch is fastball, strike 1, foul back. Please like and subscribe. Thank you for joining me. And the split finger fastball just misses the plate inside. Smoltz, you can tell from his expression, wasn't exactly happy with that call. He wanted to strike. Didn't get it. And he fouls it off. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes to Vasquez. And he hits it past the diving attempt by Salazar at short. And the tying run will come to the plate in the ninth. In the hole between short and third. So, Tristan Casas, who is 0 for 3 today, steps up to the plate. He's hitting a .168. You got Tony the Tiger stamping his feet on the top of the dugout. Fans are on their feet. And he hits it, but it is playable for Lukelich in left. He makes the catch, gets the ball in there to second, no advance. They are down to their final out.
The batter, number 4, second baseman
Johnny VR is 0 for 3. Steps up to the plate against John Smoltz. And he hits it high and deep. O'Rourke makes the catch at the fence, and that's it. The game is over. They made a bid to tie the game, but it was not to be. And the Bronx Knights win. Madison Bumgarner gets the win in relief. First game of a 4-game set. Bronx Knights get off to a good start. So, Bronx Knights, 7 runs, 13 hits, no errors. Detroit Tigers, 5 runs, 10 hits, no errors. The win goes to Madison Bumgarner in relief. The loss, Kerry Chavez. John Smoltz gets his 5th save of the season. Player of the game is Gio Urshella, who in taking over the duties at third base went 4 for 4 with an RBI. So, this is Bronx Knights baseball. Thank you so much for joining me. Please like, please subscribe. We normally play Dungeons and Dragons on this channel, usually Monday nights at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But of course, I love video games. Baseball is one of my passions. So thank you for watching this created franchise. I hope that you tune in again. So it's 7-5, Bronx Knights. They win. Thank you so much for joining me, and hope to see you again soon. Have a great night.